For this project, I've chosen my mom's side of the family, the Haas family. To my knowledge, the Haas family dates back to the early 1900s, where Karl and Lena Haas were married. Then in 1931, Walter Haas was born. In 1953, at 21 years old, Walter Haas married Marianne Dangle, who was only 19 at the time. Not content with the economy in Germany, Marianne's aunt and uncle sponsored the young couple to fly over to the United States in 1953. Only a year after moving to the United States, Walter was drafted into the American Army. He was sent to Germany because he was very fluent in the language. Okay, so these are my grandparents from my mom's side. I know them as Oma and Opa, which translates to grandma and grandpa in German. So let's get started with the interview. My first question is that I want to know how the times were in Germany at the time that you lived in. Were you content with living over there, and were there any kind of women's or racial restrictions there at all?
The reason actually we came over to the United States, it was shortly after the war was over, and the economy in Germany was really not good.
Okay.
And we had the opportunity to come over here. We were actually
my aunt and uncle sponsored us. My aunt and uncle, they sponsored us.
To come over here. So we had an opportunity to come over here because after the war, actually, the United States seemed like the promised land.
Okay.
There were no racial issues in Germany at the time.
Right.
Because Germany was an all-white country.
Right.
We had not even been familiarized with colored people.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was no racial issue.
Right. So was it hard at all adapting to the different kind of lifestyle down here in Florida than it was in Germany?
It was actually a little easier for us. Actually, we only stayed in Florida for about a little over a year, and then I was drafted into the American Army. And since I was fluent in English, I was shipped over to Germany. In German. I was shipped over to Germany with the Army and was 18 months in Germany.
Okay. So when did the idea of starting the family business come into mind? Because I know there's a whole family business, almost the whole family is really enrolled in that. So when did that idea come into mind?
I have to go back to Germany now. After the war, there was not much to be had, so no advertising was necessary.
Right.
When I always liked to draw and paint, and during my stay in Germany, I took private lessons from an art person and to teach me advertising, signs, displays, and so forth. And because I wanted to go into the advertising business when I got back out of the Army.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for letting me interview you, and that's it. Currently, my grandparents are active members of the German American Club in Hollywood. Walter Haas Graphics is an advertising company in Hialeah. Almost my entire mom's side of the family works at this successful company.